This is a standard Tula, otherwise known as a baby sized Tula, and we're going to have a look at making sure that the carrier is tall enough, especially for the first time you put your baby onto your back when they're an older baby or a younger toddler. You can see by looking at the body panel of the standard Tula is roughly square, so it's about as wide as it is tall, and it's all about freeing up the height of the carrier to make sure that it offers enough support. We should have support up to the literally just underneath the arms on each side as a minimum level for carrying on your back. The first thing that I've done is taken the hood off just so you can see more easily what I'm doing. The second thing that I've done is fasten the carrier around my waist, coming through the safety elastic and tightening it up just here. You can see I've put the carrier quite low down, and that's important. If the carrier is quite low down on your torso, the carrier will be able to use all of the height like this. If the carrier is high up on your torso, it will go down before it comes up your baby's back, and you'll lose a lot of the height of the body panel. So it is often harder to place the child on your back and then lift the panel up and over their back and get the most out of it. So I'm going to show you a method of putting the baby onto your back, which starts them off at the front to make sure we've got all of the height that we need before swiveling them round onto the back. I'm going to start on the front. So we can pick up a baby and sit them around us. So this, we're aiming at kind of about an 18-month kind of size. Sitting the child all the way around you so that the knees grip around the torso and the weight is on the bottom. We're going to scoop the carrier onto the baby's back. So instead of grabbing here at the top, that's hard, come here towards the knee, and we're going to scoop and make sure we've got all the body height and make all the body height that we need. So we'll put one arm out. It's okay for children to have their arms out the top of the carrier if they want to, but again we need support all the way just underneath the arm to give them enough support to make sure that they're secure and safe inside the carrier. I'm going to hold on to both of these shoulder straps so you can see the child is seated safely inside the carrier, and I'm going to hold them in front of the baby's chest in my dominant hand. I'm right-handed, so I've chosen my right hand. My non-dominant hand, my left, is sitting on baby's bottom, and we're going to bounce him towards the side. I'm going to bounce as far as we can go without before we run into the shoulder and we run out of space, at which point I'm able to take my hand off, and I want to go under the first loop and through the second one. So if you want to see that again, you can always go back in time. We go under the first loop and through the second one. Before replacing my hand, holding the straps firmly on my shoulder and completing the movement, you can bounce and lift like that, bringing the child around to the back nice and central. I can reach up and separate the straps. One is exactly where it should be, the other I can guide my hand through. I'm going to tighten the carrier up, holding on to the very ends of the shoulder straps padded pieces and pulling back towards the child and clicking the chest strap across here. You can move the chest strap up and down and shorten and lengthen until the carrier feels at its most comfortable for you. And we're going to go back and have a look at that waistband. The waistband was a little looser on the front than it would be on the back because we're a different shape front to back. So I'm just going to push that carrier up nice and high so the baby can see over my shoulder, and tighten my carrier here just to make sure that that waistband is sitting where it's comfortable for me. So in using the method of putting the baby on the front before scooting them round onto the back, we were able to control the height of the body panel on the standard Tula, and we're able to offer more height as babies get bigger to make sure that they're safe and parallel with your torso, with the carrier coming up high enough to secure them inside and able to get tight enough to make sure that you, the adult, are comfortable and don't feel like you need to lean forwards like this.